Hey, welcome back to the Wildings Landing. I know I haven't done any videos since the big freeze and stuff, but we've had changes going on. My son, the commercial fisherman, has come home, so that is a big change. There's other things going on behind the scenes that God knows about. We as a family know about. Please keep in your prayers because it will definitely be a miracle and act of God if it happens. And we are in the phase where we're trusting God for this and waiting to see what He's doing and if this is from Him. And yeah, so just keep us in your prayers. We got things going on in the background. Anyway, I'm going to cover the container garden right now. I don't know if we're going to go beyond that, but we'll see. Onions survived the cold just fine. They were covered, then not covered, then covered. So, but yeah, they did just fine. The blue collared, it's just the Alabama blue, or yeah, Alabama purple collards. They did okay. Over here, I had the I don't remember, and the tag is like missing in action. Is this it? Nope. Okay. Well, anyway, doing all right. Again, sorry about that quick turn. Onions. These are bulbing onions. They're just some that I literally picked up at the feed store. All I remember is that they're yellow. I don't remember the variety. These are bunching onions and green onions that I made a video of my granddaughter and I planting. They are just starting to explode. They're like everywhere. And I've been treating them the same as the bulbing. They've been getting the same fertilization, etc. But they're just, yeah, that's going to turn out exactly like we had hoped. Kale survived the cold weather just fine. This is spinach that I had in seed trays. This is Alabama blue collards. The rest of this is spinach. And it did okay. It's spinach and it didn't do bad at all. And this is rosemary and spinach. I had this rosemary planted before the cold weather and it did fine. Again, things were covered. I had nasturtiums here, and here. And this morning I went to dump them out. These I didn't dump out because they look like they're coming back. The other ones did not show that. So I have another container that has mint in it, and I kind of revamped these smaller, they had a bunch of weeds growing in them, but it's our compost, so I know how rich it is. I kind of revamped them, pulled the weeds, tried to break up the root structure of those weeds, covered with some other compost, planted some mint, pulled some of the mint out of the other container, put it over here in a couple. This was our pepper bed, and I have a funny story. Talk about having a granddaughter after your own heart. My granddaughter hadn't been out here since the really cold weather, out to the garden. And I was out here doing some work yesterday, and she came out, and she came running over here because she loved to look at the peppers and see. We had peppers forming, so, you know, it was kind of cool for her to see. And she saw they were gone, and that this cardboard was here. And I was right over here planting spinach right over there. And she said, "Grandma, what happened? What happened? Where did they go?" And I told her, and she literally put her head on that on the table right there and started crying over the peppers. And I felt that in my bones. I was like, and so I had to show her things that did live, and that there is still life in the garden, and that there's still time to replant, and we will replant those peppers, and there'll be peppers in here. But it was cute and sad and all the things at once. Hit this with the hoe again today. I topped that off with some bagged compost and planted carrots in there. planted cucumbers in here to go over our trellis, and at the other end of the trellis I planted more cucumbers. This is the raised bed that my husband made me for Valentine's Day. I love it. Love it. I got some tatsoi. I know I spelled that wrong. Seeds from a friend of mine that we barter eggs and sourdough bread. She gave me some seeds. They're planted here. This is going to be a lettuce, blanket flowers, lettuce. And then I put some pots under, but I don't know what's going to go in those yet. Probably some kind of herbs, but we'll see. Got a little bit of spinach here that should come in real full. That should come on real nice. And carrots planted over there, carrots planted here, cucumbers planted there. These are all a work in progress. This is where the mint was. That's where I pulled it up. I'm going to see if there's any more in there. I'm going to probably redo this bed. All of these beds. Oh, that one. Yeah, these. Probably work on getting all of those redone. My fennel is fenneling. It didn't phase it. Didn't phase the chives that are down there. This is a bed of strawberries. I bought a 12-pack before the freeze, before the really cold weather. Put it in. I mulched this really well. I planted it with borage. I've got some more borage to move too, but I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Anyway, my grandmother's lilies, I'm sure they'll come back, but this was hard to see. This was very hard to see, but again, there's new life. So, as hard as it is and as bad as it is, they're still good. These are strawberry plants. I planted strawberries here too, from the same bundle that I just showed you, and the cold did get them. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference was, but they did not do as well. So yesterday when I was at Home Depot, I just picked up a basket of strawberries and went ahead. The kids and I, my grandkids and I, planted this yesterday evening, and then God was faithful in watering it in because I completely forgot. Yep, I did. And more of my grandmother's lilies that I do have faithful come back or put off new. What else? I think that's it. This garden doesn't have a whole lot going on. It's always a work in progress. The oregano, Cuban oregano, got fried. Another little pot of spinach there. That's not really a little pot, but spinach. The rosemary in here did fine. The aloe didn't seem affected at all. My bamboo. My bamboo's a little brown, but that's okay. Alright folks, that's one garden. As I do work in the other one, so I'll bring you along for that as well, but this was the first update. We did have a lot of loss, and we might have lost some fruit trees that really mattered, but it is what it is. All you can do is start over. Alright, love you guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Love you bunches. Talk to you soon.